Okay, so it's time to debunk the stupid things people claim when they say meta doesn't require any skill at all in the game. The truth is, it does, and I'm going to explain that in this video. Now, before we begin, I do want to classify that if you're in a Dux robot, for example, and you go up against a Mars and insta-kill them, I agree. No, there's nothing really skillful about that. That's just the matchmaking that really needs to get fixed. I'm talking about you need to have skill when using meta equipment against other meta players. A lot of these people that say you could play the Dux with your eyes closed have never actually used one in Champion League against other Duxes. Now, disclaimer, I am in no way saying I am the best War Robots player because of what I'm about to explain. I just want to show people that despite what everyone claims, you do need skill to run meta. I have some gameplay clips here, and I'm going to explain to you guys the decision-making that went through my head while I was fighting these guys. Okay, so let's see a section of one of my videos here. So I'm in the Dux. There's another Dux over here. So I get him locked down with my weapons and then corner shoot him to finish off the kill. Although he has phase shift. I'm pretty sure I still kill him anyway there. There we go. Corner shooting is a strat that most people forget exists these days. You would not believe the amount of people you can still get with that. Let's look at this clip where I'm literally fighting against like two Duxes. I'm locked down here, but I can use the cover of the map. Look at this. Oh, we'll go away to that. I am in a position right here where I can shoot them, and this guy is wide open in center. He couldn't have hit me there at all. That is map knowledge. It still makes a difference today in Champion League. So you have to have skill and knowledge of the map. Here I'm just using the Frederick boost to its full like powers, I guess. And then as soon as I don't have that boost, I'm backing off because I know I can die. Now, something I usually do, I don't really want to leak my tactics. But usually if I'm backing off in a fight, I'm going to kill you. Like, that's usually my strat. Because they think you're backing off, I'm not. Right, let me explain what I mean by that. So notice I'm fighting this guy. Come on, he's gone. This guy, I'm being aggressive, and then look, I'm backing off. He is then going to push and run straight into my bullets and get insta-killed. He thinks I'm weak because I'm backing off, but no, that is me literally luring him to death, pretty much. I don't really know how much this next point is valid, but in my opinion, if you use phase shift on a meta robot, that's an indication that you don't really have much skill with that robot. Half the time, I think, yeah, this guy as well, he barely even knows how to use phase shift. So notice he's using phase shift. He is still pushing me even though he's dead. He should have used it and then backed off there. But this guy clearly thought, oh, I'm in a Dux, I'm invincible. He isn't. Right here as well, I want to mention this. So notice I kill this guy and I'm capping the beacon. Watch how I literally look. I look over here. I look at this beacon to make sure no one is dropping in. That is battlefield awareness. You need that otherwise, because if someone had dropped there, I would have just been dead. If I'd have seen them drop early, I could have started backing off or decided to fight them or whatever. I can't lie, this video is actually great for me to give you guys examples. So notice with this guy, I go in to kill him. I've seen him use his phase shift, so I'm once again doing my tactic of backing off. And this time he has his ability, I'm still able to kill him. To be fair, I think he was trying to do the tactic I mentioned earlier of using cover, but I just managed to lock him down quickly, so that was, like, unlucky for him. Once again, his phase shift doesn't even save him at all there, so, yeah, I probably should have tried corner shooting him there, but it worked out in the end. Okay, last clip of the Dux. This is just classic ability baiting. So I make him use his ability there, his shield is down, I know he's vulnerable, and that way I can easily move in and just get the kill. That is a well-known tactic. So, as you can see, even though you're in a Dux, you still need to have battlefield awareness, you still need to know when to push and when not to, and the limits of all the stuff you're using. So, your mothership boost, when you can get it next, all the stuff like that. You just need to know all of that. A lot of players in Champion League seemingly still haven't mastered this yet, which I find kind of crazy. But then I have been playing the game quite a lot longer than some of them, so these are skills that have just stayed with me throughout every meta. Right, let's move on to the Devourer. Okay, so the skill here is the knowledge of other robots' abilities. I've literally timed it perfectly so that guy's out of dashes, and that is a full HP Mauler instantly killed. It is actually quite hard to be able to count in your head as well as literally looking around you on the battlefield at the same time, but that's just a skill that you have to literally like, get used to. I'm pretty sure after I get this luchador, another mauler comes over, and yeah, you guys are gonna see what happens to him. So this guy dies. I see this mauler dash in, so I use my last, like, 2 shots from my clip. I know he's got 1 less dash. It's been a while since he's used his other one, so I just kill him. He had another dash there, so I don't know why he didn't dash. And then, yeah, that guy just gets killed as well. That's how you can usually determine the skilled mauler players, because they usually keep 1 dash, especially when you're literally going against a devourer. It's just common sense to, like, keep a dash in case you need to escape. Another tactic I usually use just while playing any robot is I try to do the maximum damage without taking any damage. Because if your opponent is half damaged before you properly go in to fight him, there is a significantly higher chance you're going to beat him. Over the metas, there's been several ways to do this. One of them was the Rook meta. What I used to do here was make use of cover because the weapons are, like, mounted really high on this thing. So I can do a little bit of damage, really, to that guy, and he can't damage me. That means if I fight him, I have a higher chance of winning. Okay, notice what happens here. This is from my video. Oh, this is ridiculous. Where I'm 1v1ing, I end up 1v1ing Meet Joe Black when I meet him in a game. He manages to get above me, and because he knows that that can go through my shields because he's higher up than me. That is him having more knowledge about the equipment he's using than me, and he's able to do a ton of damage to me here from this. The thing is, he's fighting me, so now I know that that's possible. I do it straight away back to him. But I think his stuff's way more leveled than mine, so I can't do as much damage. This was actually a great battle. I can't actually remember if I won it or not. But it went on for ages. And we must have both got so much that I'm pretty sure I won. But yeah, it wasn't really a one-on-one. Half my team was shooting at him as well. But yeah, I remember that was crazy. What's even funnier here is this clip's in the face reveal video, so you can see it from my point of view. I do my shields and the orbital strike at the same time. So when I'm vulnerable, I am now not vulnerable, so he cannot damage me at all. This is going back to what I said earlier about how I try and do as much damage while I can't get damaged, because now I can do a bunch more damage to this guy, and I'm literally at full health. Look at that. That is one of the key strats to fighting other meta players. So, the main strats when fighting other meta players, so this literally can apply to all metas: using cover properly, having battlefield awareness and map knowledge, ability baiting, corner shooting, making sure that you do as much damage to them while remaining invulnerable. Those are just things that the skills I take from one meta to the next. Other skills, such as the one I mentioned about retreating while I'm actually killing another Dux, that just applies to the Dux. And there's other skills for other robots that only apply to them, so I guess I'll explain, like, the Baglior, for example. So, one of my favorite strats with the Baglior is jump scaring with the teleport. So, I knew my teleport is over here, which means this guy has no clue that I'm about to destroy him. I am right behind him with Mark II Brissons, and he gets destroyed. I have never seen another player use this with the Baglior, which is crazy. If you can get the hang of it, you can get so many more kills because people just aren't expecting you. But yeah, obviously this only really works with, like, shotgun builds because Prismas aren't going to do anything here. Look at that. That was perfect. It was just unlucky that that guy had his ability there. I still use this, by the way. Okay, so this is the video where I'm using the Baglior with the new shotguns. I still jump scare into their spawn. This guy's pretty strong, so I can't kill him, but it's a tactic that I really enjoyed, like, using when I first discovered it, and I still use it to this day. So, to recap, there are several skills I've mentioned that will work in every meta, and if you play a certain robot long enough, you'll find tactics and skills that you can make use of with each robot. I can't list them all here because this video would literally be an hour long, but you get the idea. One more that I'm going to mention is the Newton. Okay, apologies for the clip. I don't know how easy this is going to be for you guys to see because it's in a short. But this is when I was 1v1ing another Newton. For context, I knew this guy was in a Newton because I was keeping track of the thing at the bottom. So I use my mothership here, which makes me immune to his suppression pilot. I then move out of range so he cannot deal any damage. And then I just finish him off easily. Once again, making sure I can deal the maximum damage without taking any myself. And actually, that's a good point. Keep like your attention to that thing at the bottom that says, oh, so-and-so deployed whatever. A lot of people don't even pay attention to this, but that chat thing at the bottom can be your best friend. It can tell you what each player is in, so you know whether you can target them or stay away from them. I use it every game. I guess it's just another, like, increased form of battlefield awareness. It literally snitches on what the Reds have. So, another thing, there are still robots I haven't mastered the skills for yet because I just can't be bothered to play them enough or I don't enjoy the playstyle. One of them being the Raptor. A lot of Raptors I can kill instantly if they don't have a clue what they're doing. But some players, oh my god, they know how to play the Raptor. They know when to push, they know when to reload their ability. It's crazy. That's another skill, by the way, guys. Knowing when to push and when to hang back and heal. That can literally make or break the game. Another strat that I use, I'm literally just listing as much information as I can for you guys at this point. Another tactic I used to use when I didn't have as much leveled equipment, and I came up against crazy players with the newest meta, is avoid them. I know it sounds dumb, but there's no point in throwing 4 of your robots at one guy and just giving him free kills. What I used to do was stay as far away from him as possible and run beacons. No, it didn't work every time, but there were times that I beat meta players with this tactic. Okay, so that is going to wrap it up for this video. I hope this has explained to some people a lot of the skills that are needed in the game, even in Champion League. There is not, like, I don't accidentally get 20 kill games. That doesn't happen by accident. That is because I've played the game for a long time and have a lot of experience. I will be honest, there are robots that are a bit older than the meta that other regular players could probably beat me in. I'm not ashamed to say that. I just focus on the meta players because, in my opinion, that's where the most action's at. For example, the Nova Light War, I had to use the Lynx, which I was incredibly rusty and bad at using, and for those that missed it, we got absolutely smoked. That is because I have more skill with the new meta stuff, because that's just what I prefer running. I play it a bunch more, I have better experience with it, that's why I'm good with it. Some robots I suck at, and I say that in the videos. I think probably the most obvious one is the Pathfinder. I'm just so bad at running that, and probably the Raptor as well. The Samjock's going to be a tough one because everyone else is getting experience using it and I've barely run mine more than 10 times. I don't really run the bots I don't enjoy running, so I'm probably going to end up being really bad at that because everyone else has weeks of experience ahead of me. But in all honesty, that's just life. I mean, there's some stuff you're good at and some stuff you're not so good at, so I'm not really going to sweat over that. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and most of all, I hope you took something away from it. And if you did, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.